I came from New York City to live the Maine life. I was hired to design outdoor footwear.
I live the Maine life. We're looking for college grads, so come get your check.
I came from Venezuela to live the Maine life. I opened my own restaurant.
Learn more about hundreds of Maine jobs and our tax program for college grads at liveandworkinmaine.com.
Coming up on this week's episode.
When you walk in and you see people, they're always smiling or they're having a fun conversation.
It's really just feeding off the energy that the audience provides.
It's a year-round home, so it's not a camp.
And if you are interested, do you follow up right then and there to say, I'd like to see you again, or is that too much? Do people freak out?
And this week at Myro Studios, we are hearing the music of Chris Ross.
My handsome and talented co-host, Kevin Oates. I'm Erin O'Valley, and you're watching MaineLife.
An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound, and I press and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh, lover, I'll see you there after many miles.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. We are here at our home, Myro Studios in downtown Portland. Both Kevin and I had pretty busy weeks.
Yeah.
Kevin will get to yours in just a second, but first we were on the road this week to Belfast, a quaint coastal community.
It's
You've
beautiful.
been
I've been once, and it's incredible.
And they're known for their arts and music festivals.
Oh yeah. Actually, just last week they had the All Roads Music Festival.
Yeah, they have a lot going on this summer. But we interviewed an employee at Athena Health. Athena Health is a healthcare software company that assists medical staff, doctors, and nurses throughout the country. They employ 900 people in the little town of Belfast.
Seriously?
And
Wow.
outside community. And they are hiring everybody, so if you are looking for a job, it's a great company. We also stopped by Portland Ballet, a professional company that really is stretching the boundaries of dance here in Maine. So we're gonna check in with some performers and teachers there. And okay, Kevin, ready? Close your eyes.
Okay.
Think about a 70-degree sunny day, chilling in a hammock, sipping on your favorite old-fashioned
Sold.
on Sebago Lake.
That's incredible.
It's so beautiful.
That's a perfect way to live life right there.
I say so myself, but some lucky person will have that opportunity because in Places and Spaces this week, we are touring a lakefront property on Sebago Lake that is for sale. We're gonna check in with our friends at Vitalius Real Estate Group.
Unbelievable.
So, my friend, you
Yes.
have been busy.
I've been very busy.
I was scrolling around on social media last night,
Yep.
and you have so many shout outs from amazing and talented professionals.
Yes, so we are in the process of about to relaunch our 2017-2018 concert season and recruiting for students who want to be a part of Maine Youth Rock Orchestra. So what we started doing was collecting testimonials from all the artists we've worked with over the past 3 years and getting their their take on what's it like to perform with a youth orchestra and what's it done not just for them musically, but for them emotionally as well. So we collected all these testimonials, and in the same week, we announced that we are playing with Guster this summer, August 12th at Thompson's Point, which is unbelievable, which features MaineLife guests, goes to Paul Revere and Spencer Albee, opening up the show. It's the first concert of our 2017-2018 season, so we're kicking it off strong and looking forward to finding new students who want to be enrolled in Maine Youth Rock Orchestra. So if you don't know anything about it, you can find out more at maineyouth.orchestra.org. And you can learn all about what our students are doing and what kind of opportunities we are bringing next year.
I'm already proud of you, but last night when I was looking at all of those quotes and testimonials, I gotta say, I was like, dude, this is my guy.
It's been 3 years, it's been a lot of work, but man, it's awesome. It's passionate.
All right, check it out.
Thanks, Erin, and to all the people who gave their testimonials for Maine Youth Rock Orchestra. But in the meantime, today we are hearing the music of Chris Ross, releasing his new album coming up later this year.
One day you and me gonna lay down, pay down all the bills we have enough left for a plane ride, take a year of photographs. One day we'll meet the Mona Lisa, see London in the fog. One day we'll make love under nothing but them Barcelona stars. One day you gonna show me around. One day we'll show them all. And I've been saying one day.
We are proud to support Maine businesses. Not only are they our customers, they are the lifeblood of our state. Whether they're entrepreneurs who have come here to try to grow a business and make a life, or whether they've been in a 6th-generation business in Maine, we're proud of them all.
Hey everyone, we are here in our Fiat heading to Belfast, Maine, another quaint coastal community. Whether you're taking a scenic hike or walking down along the water, trying new restaurants or popping into the many stores downtown, it truly is a great place to live. And we're going to find out a great place to work too. In this week's business segment, we are featuring Athena Health. Not only do they employ over 900 people in that region, they offer great benefits and an extensive training program for new employees. And the best news, they're hiring. Let's go check it out.
When you first walk in, you're going to see the atrium, which is absolutely amazing. When you walk in and you see people, they're always smiling or they're having a fun conversation. We're very mission driven. Our mission is to be healthcare providers' most trusted service, helping them do well by doing the right thing. We have 950 employees and we're still growing, so it's really exciting to know that there are so many opportunities for people here. It's exciting because at the same time, once you're in here, then there's so many opportunities to grow internally as well. We're there for support, to answer questions, to solve problems, and I get to train the employees that are taking those phone calls. So really it's just sharing all of the knowledge that I've gained over 3 years. In a small community, it can be hard to find a job, let alone a job as amazing as this. So we do a lot of team building activities, volunteer work downtown where they've gone and done gardening for the parks and made it just look really beautiful, which personally I love because I'm from here. This is where I grew up. So to see a business give back to my hometown is just really special. My story, I started college in California. I was there for a year. I met my husband the very first week, and it just kind of was all a love story from there, fairy tale. He's from Australia, and so I convinced him somehow to move all the way from beautiful Sydney, Australia, to another beautiful town, Maine. So one beautiful thing about Belfast, I think, is that it is right on the water. If you drive right down Main Street, you're going to hit the coast, which is great. There are a lot of great restaurants in town, a lot of hiking, and we walk the Belfast Trail a lot down by the Belfast Bridge. So what I think is different about the culture here is definitely the teach and learn feel and aspect that we strive to have here. Working for a company that really is striving to help unbreak healthcare in America, it's a big deal and it's very meaningful for me.
It's your picnic table and your park bench. It's your hotel room, your office, and your nursery. It's your first date and a shoulder to cry on. It's your barbershop, your dance floor, and your toolbox. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
Welcome back, everyone. In this week's Places and Spaces, we are on Sebago Lake. Unfortunately, Kevin couldn't join us and we're not sipping on old fashions, but the homeowner tells us if you like to entertain, this is the property for you. We're gonna head inside and meet our friends from Vitalius Real Estate Group, who's gonna give us some more info. Let's go check it out. Woo, nice view. Hey guys.
Hey,
Last time I
Erin.
saw Sarah, you were showing me a condo on the Western Prom, and Brit the East End. This is nice, a little bit different. I mean, I can really imagine myself having a party here.
It's a year-round home, so it's not a camp. They entertain, they have parties in the summer, they have a huge 4th of July party every year. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 3,000 square foot home with basically views in every room you're at. So whether we're here, we're 50 feet from the water, or upstairs in the expansive master bedroom with a view with 2 great decks.
But once you're in, you get a sense for some of the unique features.
You have a lot of properties in downtown Portland, but this is kind of unique for you guys?
This is a little bit new terrain for us. Our office has just put one lake house under contract a couple weeks ago, and now this is another one, so we're sort of starting another division focused in the Wyndham, Sebago Lakes area.
I was talking to you about the property earlier before I saw it, and you were talking about the beautiful view, which I can see now in person, but also the trees and the mountains all year round, every season you get.
It's really an incredible space where we think of lakefront property as being about the lake, but to come here and see the mountains and see Mount Washington and the snow-capped peaks, really watching the seasons change is very much what MaineLife is all about, right?
MaineLife at its finest.
The deck that's outside had been grandfathered in. It's a concrete patio, basically, that's out in the water, so it's private. The neighbors aren't near you. You have your own, space. So that's a really unique feature of this property.
So you couldn't make one of those today?
You could not make one of those today.
So do me a favor and become friends with the new owners too, so we can come back for the 4th of July party.
That's a big part of selling real estate is the follow-up drink.
Exactly. Well, beautiful. Another beautiful property, guys.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Dance is a really interesting art because for many other art forms, you get, as an actor, you get your lines and you go home and you memorize them and then you come back again. As a musician, you get your music and you go home and you practice and then you come back to the group. Obviously, writing and painting you do by yourself. With dance, you have to be in the studio with everybody else that is in that piece, creating it together. That process takes a long time. So the rehearsal process is pretty deep. It's every day, and it's, you can spend an hour on a minute of choreography getting it exactly the way it needs to be.
It's pretty intense. We are here every day at the studio, and we rehearse 20 hours a week. Every morning we do class for an hour and a half, which is our way to warm up for the day, but also to work on strengthening our feet and our legs and our cores.
The importance of taking class every single day is monumental. Your body is your instrument, and the things that you're asking it to do are not the same things that Mother Nature has asked it to do, So it's a little bit, it's a bit of really training and maintaining all of these things that are not the most natural things, but with that maintenance, they produce the most beautiful things. People who are just experiencing dance for the first time, I hope that they realize how amazing it is to experience the human body expressing all of these things without words.
I think part of it is the chance to become someone else, even for just a couple hours. You get to explore a new character or act in a way that you don't normally act, which is exciting. I'm an introvert, so it's kind of a safe way to explore other facets of my personality.
When you see a human body breathing and acting out these things and expressing things that sometimes words can't, it touches you in a really neat place. And sometimes it's really overwhelming, and sometimes it's just what you need. But I think that the most important thing that I hope people get away from this is to have that experience and to see what it does to them, if it changes something in them or if it, just makes them want to experience it more.
The rewards of, I just put everything I have into this, and maybe I touched one person in the audience. Maybe I made somebody cry in a good way, maybe I made somebody smile, maybe just brought a little bit of beauty into somebody's life, and it's so important. Especially now, there's such a need for that. I think what we do is huge in that way.
Once I get on stage, sometimes you can feel the audience breathing with you as you do steps or reacting to what you're doing. So it's really wonderful to know that there are people on the other side of the fourth wall reacting to what you're doing, and they're in that moment with you, which is really awesome because you only get that moment on stage.
Welcome back to Myra's studio. We are now introducing you to our Maine Tales segment where we feature our furry friends and favorite animals. And to see Kevin, our tale is a little bit different.
A little bit longer.
It's a little bit longer.
Yes.
We are introducing you to Fia, a horse at Evergreen Farm in Pownell. And a little fun fact.
I had 3 horses growing up. I never rode them, but they were on my farm.
And you had 40 sheep?
40 sheep.
What did you do with them?
I showed them at fairs. I'll bring photos in for you to show you guys. It'll be adorable and embarrassing at the same time.
I love it. Meet Fia. And a big thanks to Mary from Cumberland, who you just saw in that clip, for sending in video of Fia. And thank you to Fia's veterinarian, Tom Judd, for taking good care of her. If you'd like us to feature your furry friend or favorite animal, you can email us at info@mainlifemedia.com.
And we are hearing another song from Chris Ross, who's the lead singer of Chris Ross and the North, who's releasing a new album next week.
Supper on a stamp, Christmas on a shoestring. Baby at her breast, Maria's turning 19. In the podium shouting a sermon of fear. She worries her neighbors are starting to hear. She says, hush now, we're all broke from the same.
Each week we feature and highlight creators and innovators all across the state of Maine.
Here on MaineLife, we call them game changers. Take a look.
We support Game Changers because it's the only outlet of its kind that seeks out and celebrates this kind of innovative and creative talent here in Maine.
Welcome back to Game Changers. I'm Jess Knox, your host. I'm here today with Kara Wilbur, the co-chair of Build Maine. Welcome, Kara.
Thanks.
So tell us a little bit about Build Maine and what you're trying to do.
Build Maine is a conference that we started 3 years ago. It's our 4th year. It's a multidisciplinary conversation that targets real estate developers, engineers, public works officials, and municipal officials, city staff, to come together and talk about how to build stronger towns and cities across Maine. And the conference really focuses too on bringing in some of the best ideas from around the country, so we can hear about those ideas and talk about them and see how they can be calibrated to the Maine context.
Sounds like a great conference. In fact, I'm a fan of it. So if you had a magic wand or a moonshot as it relates to this conference and this event, what would be your moonshot?
Yeah, so this year we're really excited about a workshop that we've put together with the DOT and the Public Works Association and the Bicycle Coalition of Maine and some others to look at how to use cheap, inexpensive, temporary, semi-permanent materials to quickly change the design of a street that is experiencing safety issues. For one day we're going to be installing a 2-way bicycle lane, protected bicycle lane in Lewiston. The big exciting idea here is that maybe someday this parallel process could be in place in Maine, where instead of people doing a $30,000 engineering study and waiting 3 years for permanent construction of a road, we can go out immediately with our own staff and community members and install improvements right away.
That sounds pretty great to me. So if people want to find out more information about the conference and the event, where do they find out info?
They can go to build-maine.com.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Now, Kevin, we are transitioning into discussing the do's and don'ts of first dates with our main matchmaker, Jill Hinckley of Hinckley Introductions. Do you have any do's or don'ts?
Here's a don't. Don't bring your mom.
I'm like, your mom's so nice.
Oh, that's great, but not on I will never bring my mom with me on a first date. Just don't do it.
All right, well, let's hear it from the expert. Here's Jill. Chatting with Jill Hinckley of Hinckley Introductions about the do's and the don'ts of a first date, which for so many people, it could be both exciting and a little nerve-wracking, right?
You're right, it can be very nerve-wracking. I say practice. I say go out, meet new people.
So that gets me to the question of chemistry too. When you hear probably from both parties after the date, which is really nice because you check in with both people. You know, just sometimes chemistry, you feel it right away, but other times it grows, right? You know, how do you tell people when they say?
Well, I think a great relationship starts with a great friendship. I mean, I believe that myself. So I think chemistry builds, but absolutely there has to be some chemistry between two people. I mean, that needs to grow. And if it's not there, it's not there. So you can't force it.
So when you talk about your first date with your client, do you encourage them to go to dinner, coffee, a walk? You know, what kind of environment is most fitting?
Some place where you can go have a conversation. It can be a coffee shop, it could be dinner, it could be lunch. Sitting down, talking, and getting to know each other.
So not a movie?
Not a movie.
Okay, now let's ask the question on how to follow up if you are interested. Do you wait 5 minutes after the date? 2 days? What's the appropriate amount of time?
I think saying thank you after a date's really important, and that can be a text. You know, something quick and something thoughtful.
And if you are interested, do you follow up right then and there to say, I'd like to see you again, or is that too much? Do people freak out?
That is a problem people have these days, and that's what we talk to them about, because yes, there's a big communication problem after a first date. Some people wait days before they respond because they think they're supposed to. Some people respond too quickly, and then somebody thinks, oh, he was too quick with his response. That is what the world we live in today. And one of the reasons we work with people is we try to bring people together so there is no misunderstandings. But there's a lot of that out there.
Well, thank you so much for those tips. If you would like to learn more, you can head to Jill's website, hinkleyintroductions.com, and check out your blog, because you've got so many other really great topics to go over. It can be complicated, but exciting at the same time. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Erin.
Thanks, Jill, for those tips. Come to think of it, my first dates have consisted of coffee and dinner, nothing like earth-shattering.
But there's room for that. There's always time for that amazing first date.
The time's ticking here.
It'll happen. Don't worry about it.
Any suggestions?
I think kayaking trip around Casco Bay would be pretty
That would
sweet.
be nice. Cool.
Yeah. In the meantime, we are hearing one last song from Chris Ross, the lead singer of Chris Ross and the North, who is releasing their new album next week. Thanks for watching MaineLife. We'll see you next week.
Thanks again, everybody here at MaineLife, for having me. Again, the band is Chris Ross and the North, and the album is Over Lonesome, and this song is also called Over Lonesome. Disappear in a stranger, play house for the night, promise all your sacred truth. Tell her all your favorite lies. Now you're lost in her laughter, and she slips your defense. You've seen all she has to show. now you wanna see the rest. 'Cause lonesome doesn't lose no sleep, praying you will stick around.